15 minutes. Because when I start, it's really hard to stop me. But I will try to start and to tell everything that not everything, but just a bit of what we are living here in these years, the last 3 years and a half since we arrived to Norwich, into this house, this family, NCBC, where you're part of. Rob, sorry, you told me to wait for this. It's okay? Good, thank you very much. Yeah, I forgot. It's so good to talk that I forgot things. And so our history, myself and Claudia is my wife, and I bring her apologies because she's not here. It's not so good to be here with some kind of flu, not COVID, okay? It's okay, no problem. Yeah, she tested, it's okay. PCR, well done, no problem. And so we used to live in Anápolis, it's a medium-sized city in the middle of Brazil. And so I was a minister there, an assistant minister there, and in 2007, we understood that God would like us to go abroad, to go to other places, and to share everything that He did in our lives. And so I was in military, in the Air Force. I was a sergeant and officer of air flight controller. So left everything for a few years in the church there, and so after that to come to missions. And since there, Jorge Damasceno, that is a minister in Park Baptist Church, the Portuguese congregation as well, she at that time, 2007, invited us to come to Norwich, to come to Durham, to come to Great Yarmouth and start the project of these other 3 churches. And at the same time, we had other 3 invitations to come, to go to Spain, to go to Portugal, and to stay there and start a seminar, to build everything and stay there for that time. And the invitation came, okay, we want to start a Portuguese-speaking congregation in Durham. It was in 2006 or 2007, something like this. And we said, no, this is not the direction God is giving to us. We need to pray a little more. And after all that year, Portugal was the destiny. And so we went there, and we spent 10 years there working with the leadership, Portuguese leadership, not with immigrants, not with people that came from Brazil or other countries that speaks Portuguese, but the leadership of the church there. I was in the theological education, in the partnership with a Bible Institute there, and running some courses and programs around the country there. So it was amazing for 10 years. We could see a generation coming to flourish, to show their own ministries in a different ways, putting the tradition of the Portuguese church, evangelical one, not all the others, aside and trying to come outside of the walls and to show Jesus Christ in their lives. So year after year, George was coming to us, okay, now we have a project in Great Yarmouth. Could you come and be with the people there? So, no, it's not the time. In another year, now we are planning to go to Bishop Stortford and start something there. Would you like to come and be part of this project? No, it's not the time. Until 2016, when we came here to visit our daughter that was living here before her life. And so we again we were invited to come, and this time to Norwich. And when we come to visit, not NCBC, but this city, and so our hearts were open for that. So we understood, okay, this is the time. It's time to leave everything that we are, seeding in Portugal that is almost ready to harvest, and to see the next 10 years with the fruit of everything that we did and that we lived there and God did through us. So we understood that was the time. Here, nobody know us, everything from scratch, in a different direction of the ministry as well. Now we work with the immigrants, with people that speak your language in a different way. It's completely different. You not teach anybody about theology or all the areas with the women's in ministry or not, things like these, or all the questions that we have to teach to students in the seminar. But to bring your people that speaks your language, to close, to have some worthy life, and to understand that we are family. We love each other as Jesus Christ loves us. And so, yes, 2 years, 1 year and a half of transition, and we arrived here in March 2018. And this was the good point of NCBC bringing or coming to this history. Because a few months before we decided to come, and we were ready to come anyway, with NCBC or not, we had a meeting with Mark Verweddertal, there was a minister in this time, in order to one elder and another person from this church. And we were in the hub right after the NCBC took responsibilities of the building there. The former Silver Road Baptist Church now was just a half of the building since they sold a part of it. But the community was there. The people were there. And so it was there. And so we would like to keep the building with a face of church, but not only just the church for the service, but something that connected the church with the community, to help them with a lot of things. And the Portuguese-speaking church was one of these projects. So I remember that in that meeting, right at the end, I was so, rude, yes, in my expression, because they were looking to me in this way, that way, funny things happening there. And I just told to Mark, let me just say something. We are coming. It doesn't matter if you are with us or not. We are coming. God brought us. We are coming. And so he looked at me with the big eyes, and to Grant and David Adams that were there. Okay, we will present your CV and all the project to the church, and let's see what happened. So 1 month later, we received the communication, okay, we are with you. We want you here, and we want to develop this project. And I heard from Jorge Damasceno that was maybe NCBC was maybe the 4th or the 5th church that he talked before about the project. And all of them said, no, this is not our ministry. This is not what we have energy to put in. We don't have people. We don't have money. We don't have time to look to these immigrants that speak Portuguese. Despite we have a lot of people spread in the church that can speak English or can understand some English, we have our language. We have our culture. We have everything that we are from our backgrounds. And so when we received this message from Mark and from Jorge, we said, okay, this is the point. Let's see what happened, because we understand that God is bringing us. So since that, in March 2018, we start some relationship with people in the supermarkets. We have a shop here with good products from Brazil and from Portugal. So it's the place to find people. And I love football. I love football. And so football is another place where we can find people from these countries and many other countries of Africa that speaks Portuguese, and they are here. They are living here. So we start that when Claudia is trying to learn English, as I am. We went to some classes, and there, meeting people, and things start to happen. In August that year, 2018, we start the meetings in our living room in the months. That is in the hub. That is in the same building, just there, next door. Everything that happens in the hub, I can hear. So, and I can see, and I'm there to do things, and so it's amazing. It's really good. But this was the point. So we start the meetings there in August, and 6 months later, we start to have our meetings in a proper space at the hub, in the big room that we have there. It was the former sanctuary. And so the church was growing. It's already a church, already a name of the church, the feeling of church, to bring people to come and to feel safe in their own language, and mainly to know Jesus. Don't look to that one, you will not understand. Look to this one here. Yes, knowing Jesus is the same thing that we have there. We want them to know Jesus Christ. It's not about, okay, I know that it's hard to say this, but it's not about denomination. It's not about a flag. It's not about the building. It's not about the color. It's about Jesus Christ. So this is the main point to us, a small group of people that decided, okay, I want to know more about Jesus and make Jesus known in our day-to-day life. This is the challenge. This is what we want to give to them. This is what they are receiving with us. Since we started there, 1 year, we had the lockdown last year, and you know, it was 1.5 years of online services and everything via Zoom and other things, and we tried to keep them with us. One meeting during the week, Saturday the service is online, and we kept some of them. Some of them just slept through our hands, or because God's plan, I'm sure, other came. We restart the services here, now in this place, in this building, because of the social distance and all the things. All the measures were put it here already, and so we came to here in April. And since that, different people is coming to visit. Some of them are staying with us since that. Others just came and saw my face and my voice and my style, and they decided, no, not for us, bye-bye, see you. I will keep trying the football or the supermarket, and so no problem, not the church. But we are still here, and things are happening, and we are so happy because we are here. Because God has surprised us week after week in the difference we are making in these people's life. So the way they are flourishing, they are coming to outside of themselves is very different. And just because of somebody that told them, welcome. This is the place. We speak your language. We understand you. One of the points that I would like to just mention and bring it to the highlight is this partnership with NCBC. It's amazing how we do not feel ourselves as a other church. We are not just a Portuguese-speaking church that meet here once a week. No, we are part of this church. We are members of this church. This is our house. This is our family. And they feel the same. Despite they cannot be with us every week, every Sunday morning in the refreshments or in other events that we try to put, they are not like English people. They are different. They will not have the freedom to talk about other things that they can talk between themselves or among themselves. So to understand that and try to bring them to this feeling of, okay, we are a church. Despite our differences, we are one church. We have the same panels here in English and Portuguese. And the biggest surprise of all these things is almost nothing is my idea. Almost nothing of that comes from me, or because I asked them to do, but because these guys, they're outside, they're in the back, because they have ideas. They are praying for us. They are asking about the Portuguese-speaking church, how people is, how they are living, how they are dealing with the situation, how are they coping with the lockdown and all the things. We had a situation with a girl, a small girl, not a small, a young girl, 6 years old, Valentina, and she's fighting cancer for almost 2 years already. And it's amazing to see how each one of us here on Sunday morning in the prayer time is asking about Valentina, praying about her, giving, offering to her and to her family. So it's amazing to feel this environment, this atmosphere of just being one church. We are one church within other, but we are just one church. And all this support, all this walk together, walk alongside us, makes the difference. Not only for me and Claudia, we are, overwhelmed with what God is doing in these 3 years and a half in our lives and through our lives with this church as well. But mainly in these people's life, how they feel at home when they arrive here. We moved our services to Sunday. Sunday for us, for our culture, is the day of the Lord. And so to put this in the mind of immigrant people that came here to work, doesn't matter which day, doesn't matter what is the day of the week, they are working, they want to work, they are here to make money, most of them, to send money to their families, to their countries, to the things that they put there. I used to say that immigrant, almost all of them, should have an adjective in their names. There is trouble, problem. Because almost all of us, we are fleeing. We are trying to change our lives. We are trying to move from different situations there, trying to fix things that were not so good to us in our countries. We are trying to have another opportunity, and sometimes this comes with work, work, and work. 20 hours a day, 7 days a week is what I can see with people that comes here. Oh, Pastor, sorry, I cannot go to the service this Sunday because I had another shift and I need the money of this extra shift. Okay, we'll be praying for you. But try to have a rest. Try to have a day. Try to put your life in order to don't need to work so much. Look to your priorities. And what we are experiencing here with these people is that they are changing. They are changing. They are listening to the Word of God. They are seeing different lives or way of lives in these people. Not only us, but NCBC, just one church. We are one church. And the support that we are receiving here, it's amazing. If I have to ask something to EBA, to all the churches, rethink. Rethink about ministries. Rethink about these people. Rethink about other languages, other cultures. I have, and this is another gift, it's a blessing from God, I have complete autonomy. Yes, it's okay? Autonomy. I am the minister of the Portuguese-speaking church. I'm the church and community minister of the NCBC English. But they never came to tell me what to say to that people, to the people that listen to me. I can say everything. They will not understand in Portuguese. I can teach everything that I want. Yes, but they trust in me, fully trusting in me. And this is from God. And this is amazing to us, myself and Claudio. We are so thankful to God because of that. And this is a good point. This is amazing. I could speak here for maybe 1 or 2 hours, and you can realize that. But we have some videos of 3 people from our church. They will say a bit about them, but it's amazing to see how they are even open to share. That is not very common. They're not very open to, okay, this is my life, mainly the Portuguese people. They are so reserved, so private, that to bring things out and share with people like you, it's amazing to see what God is doing in their lives. So let's see the videos, and thank you very much for everything that you are doing, praying for these different people in different countries, from different countries in our country.
Meu nome é Celeste e moro no Reino Unido há 49 anos, tendo vindo em 1972 de Portugal como au pair. Ao contrário de muitos imigrantes, tive a sorte de vir para uma família cristã e frequentar sua igreja. Embora as igrejas que frequentei sempre me tenham sido muito acolhedoras e uma bênção para mim e minha família, nunca me senti completamente à vontade por ser uma pessoa muito reservada e sempre ter medo de não dizer as coisas corretamente. Então, 3 anos e meio atrás, fiquei muito emocionada ao saber que um casal de missionários, Pastor Paulo e Cláudia, estava vindo para iniciar uma igreja de língua portuguesa aqui em Norwich. Desde que cheguei, é maravilhoso ver como Deus tem abençoado o trabalho e que alegria é poder adorar a Deus em minha própria língua e entre outros irmãos e irmãs crentes que eu sei e vejo quanto estão crescendo em sua fé e amor por nosso maravilhoso Salvador Jesus Cristo.
Eu sou Norman, o marido de Celeste, e gostaria de concordar com tudo o que Celeste diz. Depois de 46 anos de casamento, que é adorável ver como ela está ansiosa para assistir às reuniões portuguesas, como todos os outros irmãos e irmãs. Também é uma benção ver como a Igreja da língua inglesa dá as boas-vindas a essa parceira e ajuda de muitas maneiras. Lendo o Antigo Testamento este ano, foi lembrado de quantas vezes os filhos de Israel foram instruídos a dar as boas-vindas aos estrangeiros em seu meio e tratam-os bem. Juntos, podemos ser mais eficazes em levar o Evangelho de Cristo a todas as pessoas.
Graça e paz, amados irmãos. Meu nome é Marlene, vivo em Norte há 3 anos. Tenho filhos e netos que vivem aqui também. Sair do Brasil para viver em outro país foi um desafio muito grande para mim. Quando eu cheguei em Norte, eu me sentia completamente perdida, com medo. Afinal, eu não falava nada de inglês e até hoje eu tenho dificuldade. Foi num momento de angústia que eu orei ao Senhor e pedi para que Ele me guiasse até uma igreja onde se falasse o português, onde eu pudesse adorá-lo e pudesse interagir com os meus irmãos no mesmo idioma que o meu, porque eu queria entender o que eles estavam falando. E Deus, na sua infinita bondade, ouviu a minha oração. Ele me guiou até a igreja NCBC de fala português, Ai, como eu me senti feliz, me senti amparada, acolhida, amada. Eu louvo ao Senhor pelo seu cuidado e amor para comigo. E eu louvo ao Senhor pelos pastores Paulo e Cláudia, um casal abençoado que exerce o ministério com fidelidade, com amor, com zelo e com excelência. Muito obrigado a vocês, pastores. Obrigado, comunidade NCBC de Fala Português. E meu muito obrigada também à comunidade NCBC de Fala Inglês. Deus os abençoe.